America was founded on bringing a people to a place for the economic values that they gave the New World.
There aren't a lot of surviving things. A few pictures here, something there, but not a lot of stuff.
The Middletons from the get-go are probably among the larger slave owners in South Carolina.
We had a lot of wills and probates. You do find the names of people, you find family groupings, you find professions in some of them, you find many, many different levels of who these people were and what they were doing.
People want to think about slavery as, well, something that happened, people worked. But what they forget is that along with the physical labor that the bodies brought, each body had a mind.
You can't understand American history without understanding Black history.
The one thing about slavery, and people say, well, he was a good master, just remember, every morning when that slave got up, he or she did not know their life could be ended that day on the whim of that owner.
I could be sent to the workhouse. I could be whipped. I could be accused of being in the white woman's bedroom. I mean, any number of things could have been applied as a reason for punishing me.
It was just a stripping away of everything that they knew and understanding their new placement as a people, and then learning to survive.
The 100 and so years before the Revolution and the Declaration of Independence, there were thousands of slaves who, over time, lost all connection because there was nothing written of their origins, who their parents were, and the multi-generational names that most Europeans can connect to.
People don't want to talk about slaves in the family, whether they're Black or white. I mean, it's uncomfortable.
People were treated as commodities. They were separated from their families. They had no rights. I think that is a legacy that we as descendants from the Middletons carry with us.
You need to take the covers off and talk about it and admit what happened and go forward from there. But yeah, I mean, just looking around here, none of this stuff would be here.
How did people not only make sense of it at that time period, but how did people overcome the exploitive and oppressive nature of that system?
It's hard to conceive. It's not hard to conceive of slavery. There are people who would do it in a minute if they could get away with it.
So you have to be able to look at that era in bad. There's always something that we learn and something that's good. It's according to how you look at it.
We feel it's very important that facts be put on the table and people know the story of slavery, enslaved African Americans over about a 200-year period who really did all of the heavy lifting.
With Middleton Place being somewhat of a pioneer among public sites, it's been very important to bring clearly to light how important the African American involvement in not only the creation of Middleton Place, but the creation of the country that we know today, how important that is.
When you try to see the way in which Black hands have shaped and reshaped the landscape and constructed the built environment and the way in which we can see these things still today, these are magnificent testament to that labor, to that ingenuity, to that creativity, and it is something that Black and white people share together.
And all we have to do is look at the people that did the work. It's always about looking at the people that did the work. And simply the difference is what happened then is not being appreciated, respected, and archived for now. Middleton is one of those few places that's doing that.
So black history is white history, and white history is black history.
And we need to hear the whole story.